Hi, everybody. I was just sitting here calmly ironing these squares because I'm making up some more um, packages, um, grab bags that go into my Etsy store. So, and then, voila, the hubster brings in the mail. Well, the mail. Oh, excuse my big fat mess here. I got messy. I'm messy. And in my mail, I have. Well, here is something that came from Dianne Pickard. She sent me something. Now, she has sent me things before, and look what she sent now. I have, oh my goodness. Look at these are little, let me look. I think they're scrap fabrics. Let me look. Or has she put something together with, oh, wait a minute. Oh, she made a, oh, let me open this up. And she made, look at that. She made a snippet roll. And look, she put it around a spool from thread. And it is a snippet roll. And look how beautiful. Oh, you know what? Every bit of this looks very familiar. Every bit of this fabric looks familiar. She bought a crumb pack from me, and every bit of this fabric comes out of one of the crumb packs. Oh, how wonderful. Thank you. And then look at here. She's got a little charm. How did you, it's just all buttons. It's just all buttons, but made into a little charm. This is so cute. And such cute little buttons. I could take that apart and just use the buttons, but I'm going to hang it on something. This is amazing. Thank you so much for this. Oh, thank you so much for this. I sent her things and she sent them back. Made into an art project. That's beautiful. That will go good on a binding of like a journal. And then she, look at this yarn. I'm doing my hats for the homeless, and I have had beautiful donations of yarn. And look here, and each one of these skeins here now are making a like 3 hats I can get out of each one of those skeins. Each one of these skeins will be like 3 hats. Look at this one. This would be my favorite hat because I love color. Thank you so much, Dianne. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, and thank you for that donation of yarn. It is all going to go to good. Oh, here's another one. Look at that one. Now this one's not quite a full one, but that'll be at least 1 hat. Maybe part of another, because some of my hats that I've made like I'll start one until I run out of yarn, and if it's not big enough, I just add a different yarn to it, and it makes it fun. She reused the Amazon envelope, made a smiley face. That's cute. Recycle, reuse. I like that yarn. That is pretty. And then here is, look at that cute piece of fabric. And I just love my Snoopy. I love my Peanuts characters. And this is a whole piece of fabric. Now this is not one that will go into my crumb bag at all. This one will not go into those grab bags because I am going to use this one for sure in my own beautiful something. Piece of ribbon. And she sent me a little card. Oh. You mentioned recently that you are knitting hats for the homeless again this year. Here are a few skeins to help meet your goal. Also, I found this Snoopy fabric at the thrift store and thought of you. Last week I purchased some fabric pieces and scraps from your Etsy store. I love them. I decided to make a snippet roll using the fabric scraps, sewing them on the wrong side of on the selvage strips you used to tie the fabric pieces together. Thank you. Thank you for all the inspiration you provide. Love, Diane. Thank you so much. I didn't realize. Yeah, I was using the salvage edges to tie the little pieces together. Isn't that pretty card? That's pretty. Looks like she stamped. That is really pretty. I love that. That is pretty. Thank you so much, Diane. And then this box is heavy. Oh my gosh. This here, I think Barbara Gillingham has sent me a box of rocks because it's very, very heavy. So I'm going to see what kind of rocks she sent me. Oops, now I need to have something sharp, and I cannot use these scissors. Nope, I cannot use them scissors. Oops, I gotta go get something sharp, so I will do the little pause thing here. Okay, so I have my tonic scissors here. These can cut through a Studebaker with no problem. So I'll get this open. I can't believe what a price that they charge for shipping. She paid almost $22 to ship this box. Shipping is very expensive. I guess if you look at it as if you ask, oh, where's she from? Connecticut. Yes. So if you ask somebody in Connecticut to carry this box to Florida, probably then, and tell them I'll pay you $21. Then if you look at it that way, then I guess it's not all that much, but yeah, it's a lot of money. So I'm almost got this open now. See? Okay, now let us take a look, see what's in this box. Ooh, she did some good taping on here after she used $12 worth of tape. Okay, let's see, Barbara. Okay, Barbara. Now, Barbara told me, I'd talked to her already, and I told her sometimes, oh my gosh. I told her I said sometime I've been putting kits together, grab bags together of fabric and putting them in my Etsy store, and then I sell those, and I use the proceeds to buy supplies that I need for my crafting and for my channel. But lately what I'm buying is yarn, because I'm making a lot of hats and scarves. I'm doing scarves as well. And so, and she did, I told her that, and she did tell me that that I was welcome to use what she sends in anything. Here's another box of fabric and scraps for you to use. I've included a few other goodies I hope you will put to good use. I enjoy your videos and the variety of crafts you show. I have learned a lot, and I thank you. God bless you. And Papa, keep spreading your sunshine to others. From Barbara. Thank you. Look at these. I gotta put these in my little journal. Oh, and look at this, what she made. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is gorgeous. Look what she did in the slow stitching. She made, there's the unicorn on a pink hill, and she couched on rickrack all the way around. She couched that on. She put the date there, and look at the beautiful flowers. The flowers are like little acrylic flowers. I guess maybe they're beads, but then she embroidered the leaves. This is gorgeous, and you are in my thoughts. And all the way across is little seed beads, very small pony beads, all the way across the top. This is gorgeous, and this is going on my on the quilt that I'm making now. That is, well, it's like a quilt. What I'm using is a mattress pad, and I cut all the edges off, so it's just the pad. And I'm putting all the squares that I've gotten from my subscribers on that mattress pad, and I'm just hand stitching them on. So this will go on there, and I got to make sure I put her name on there so I remember. My memory's getting a little cloudy. I'll know that that's beautiful, Barbara. That is beautiful. Okay, let me put that right there. Now, no, I'm going to put that right over here. Okay. Now, and what else? Oh, look. Oh, this is fabric. Look how pretty that is. Friends are like flowers. Each could stand alone in its own beauty, but grouped together, each enhances the beauty of the other. That's beautiful fabric. Oh, I have to make a square out of that one. I told her some of these fabrics might go in my packages, but so far, no, not yet. Okay, scraps. Oh, see, now here's scraps. And you know, I put scraps in my scrap bucket that I use for my crumb. Ooh, I have some of this fabric, and guess where I got it? I got it from Barbara before. This is beautiful scraps, very beautiful scraps, all crumbs. And oh my goodness, you know, one of the girls, Jeanette bought a package of crumbs from me, and then from my Etsy store, and then she put them together, and she took pictures of her first 2 quilt blocks that she made with those fabric crumbs, and they're gorgeous. I was so happy that she sent me the pictures so I could see them. These are beautiful, and I'm working on a block now that I started putting it together last night. This is pretty. Thank you for those crumbs. Ooh. Oh. Oh my gosh, look at the beads. Are these? Oh, these are like there's tri beads in here, and there's pony beads, and I love that they're clear because it makes them look like diamonds. See, there's pony beads, there's tri beads, and these are the little I can't remember what you call them, beads, but look how pretty that looks together in there. Now, I love my beads. Yep, I love my beads. I love my beads. Okay, thank you. Oh my goodness, Barbara. Look at the size of these buttons. Oh my gosh. Gold sequins. Huge buttons. Ooh. And look at there. She took some like muslin fabrics, and she printed on little words, and this one says, "You are beautiful inside and out. This is, you mean the world to me." Oh, you got some good stamps. Focus on the good. Focus on the good. See possibility everywhere. Hope, courage, lots of love. And on these will be used. In fact, I'm going to put them right there because I'm going to use, and look at the colors. I'm going to be using them on my, I've got a stack of little blocks that I've been using. And I love the block. Once you put words on a block, it seems like it just puts life into it. And here's some paper words, which, there's my journals sitting right over there. I've got so many journals going, and look at those huge buttons. I am loving these buttons. You could use them for a dinner plate. Well, if you were on a diet. Those are beautiful. So there's buttons, and then there's sequins. I love using sequins and beads together. Like a sequin and then a bead on top. Oh my goodness. And here's, oh, here's some more beads. Ooh, there's some turquoise ones in there. These are pretty. And again, the pony beads. And I like the pony beads because they've got that big hole in them. They got the big hole, and I can actually put the beads on a tassel made with fabric. Gosh, I wish my fatness didn't show so much. Oh, well, heck, I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl. I love these. I love them. Okay, now. Oh, God. Oh, what is it? Here I see already fringe, which this is what I need for my prayer flags. I need that for my prayer flags. Oh, and this will do. Oh, this is a lot. These will be, because all I need is 4 inches on my prayer flags. And so that would be 4 inches right there. So 3 tassels on 4 inches. So this is going to do a lot of my prayer flags. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And this is going to look so pretty on my prayer flags. And so, which I have to work on them. I have somebody helping me with them, and I need to help myself. Look at this. Okay, now these. This is some vintage applique pieces. Now these, there's plenty of these. So there'll be enough for myself. Oh, these are pretty. These are going to look so pretty on a patch. I am just making so many patches, but I'm thinking if I was to lay this on the patch and then start putting the crumbs all the way around it, but not cover up the flower, that I'm gonna try that. That will be pretty. But now, there is so much of the, look at this. It's got cut work in there. It's got the appliqued flowers on there. Now, some of these, because there's so many, may even show up in my little kits that I put on my Etsy store. Oh, these are so beautiful. This must have maybe at one time been maybe a tablecloth. I love these vintage looking, and this is, I'm sure, has been, and it makes you wonder too, even though this is all pieces, it makes me, anyway, I think of how many tables has this been in. I'm thinking it's a tablecloth. How many tables, maybe they were curtains, but you know, oh, look at that one. You know, they say if the walls could talk, like in an old house. Look at this, how pretty. I'm thinking now maybe curtains. But if the walls could talk, if these old pieces could talk, oh my gosh, what they could tell us. What they could tell us about the people that have grown up, the families that have grown up around this stuff like this. This is beautiful. My collection of, oh my gosh, look at this piece of, now this, look at this. Because I don't really use big pieces of fabric anymore, and this is quite a large piece. This one, oh yeah, this is at least a yard. Look at how vintage that looks. Look, it probably is vintage. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But you know, some people can tell vintage. It just, the pictures just look vintage. The images on here. Look how pretty, the little boy going fishing, the little girl talking to the bird by the tree. Look at this little girl with her braids. I think there's going to be, if I cut these like this, there's going to be enough to share and be able to make my kits up even better than they already are. Oops, I gotta fold that nicely. That's beautiful. This is amazing. I love this. This is gorgeous. I don't know if you can still buy something with images like this on it. Oh, I love them. Look at the little boy with it, little barefooted boys with their little musical instruments. How adorable. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. And then digging back in the box, here, oh, there's a little cramp in my finger. Here's a bunch of this. This here will get cut into pieces into my crumb quilts. Crumb quilting pieces, because I love to have, I've got a bin that I just, stuff like this, I will, I got my little arm sitting right next to me, and I take pieces like this, and I will cut them into crumbs, and that's what I use in my crumb blocks. And when I have so many different fabrics like this, and you just keep putting them together and putting them together, it's just, it comes out just beautiful. I started using, I had one, I'll have to show on my, another video what I started making one that's, I'm only using strips of scrap fabrics. And I'm doing that way because I have a, my pocketbook that I used was made by Carmen, and she used all of the strips of fabric on that. And I have got, I don't go out much, but every time I go out and carry that pocketbook with me, I get comments on it because it is so gorgeous. Ooh, ooh, this is good. This is ticking. Like, well, I call it, maybe it's not ticking, but it's, I call it mattress ticking, because it almost feels like a denim. It's heavy, not as heavy as a denim, like a lightweight denim. This is awesome. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. This piece right there might go into the crumb box. But, oh my goodness. See, and here. Now, see, a lot of times I need just a solid green when I'm doing like a field. I think you all might have seen, I made a house on one of my squares. I put a house, and then I made a train on one of my squares. But see, if you cut a piece, like the bottom of the, well, like she did here on this piece. Like, see here, she used pink felt, and how she cut that for the ground, which of course a unicorn does need pink felt. But like if you're doing a square like this and you're putting some kind of a scene on it, I like to have a solid green to use as the ground, because then, like, if I were to cut one of them flowers out then, oh my word, oh, like, even look at this. If I were to take this, put the grass, then cut this image out right here and put it on the grass, on my square, that would be the bomb. You put flowers, or even one of these flowers. Cut that out, put it on the green. Oh my word, beautiful. Oh my God, I'm getting so many ideas. So many ideas, and I hope that you all are getting ideas too. Oh, there's some more of this fabric that I love so much, because I really love this colorful stuff like this. I love that. This color is just right up my alley, and yep, my alley. You know, I was watching on, I keep switching my videos. I watch so many different styles of videos, and I was watching this one about the color. It was all about color, and it was all about, look at this, all about what the different colors mean. And you know, some people like Probably like maybe, now I'm just guessing, this is not anything that I read or anything, but you might see somebody that's very scientific. Oh, there's another scientific or something, they might like grays, and they might like just solid colors. And like I was telling my husband, you always wear blue jeans. He's always wore blue jeans and solid colored t-shirts. He's got some t-shirts um, with sayings and stuff on the front, but those are all t-shirts that he's gotten as gifts. Well, those, those describe a person. The colors you use actually describe you. Look at these batiks. So pretty. Oh my gosh. And see, I love batiks. But look, I love bright colors. I love all colors, but I really love bright colors. Now see, solids, not so much on their own, but put together, when you put the solid colors together, what a difference that makes once you put solid colors together. So it's just, I don't know what anybody would think about, if they were trying to figure me out by my colors I like. They'd think, boy, that woman is nuts. But anyway, oh, and this one as well looks there's a lot in this one too. Turtles, mushrooms. This is a large piece. And now this one, I would guess, is also vintage, a vintage fabric. This is beautiful. Oh my word. And since we do so much slow stitching, these kind of things with these images in them like this, look, I should hold them up so you can see. With these images like this, they're perfect in our slow stitching. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. Look at this one. Oh my word. I don't know. I think I am in vintage heaven, I think. Look at that fabric. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Barbara. Oh my gosh. My friend, oh, I know who's watching and loving this and going oohs and ahs, and that would be Carmen. Carmen is saying ooh and ah when she sees this. Carmen, I'm going to have to send you some of these little vintage pieces. I'll send you a little bit. And then the other ooh and ah one would be Maria, or Cardula Maria. And look. These are beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, enjoy also. Oh my, look at this. Look at that. For one thing, I love gingham. And look at this gingham. It almost looks like maybe nursery rhyme characters on it. I bet this one's vintage too. I should have been born in a different era. I should have been born vintage. I think my last life, I was vintage. No, I think my last life was in the era when all of this kind of fabric. Look at that one. Another gingham with polka dotted, gingham fabric with polka dotted apples. Does life get any better than that? Nope. Ooh. Oh my word. Look at this. This is just gotta be George Washington and Martha. George and Martha. Can you see that? Doesn't that look like George and Martha? That's George and Martha for sure. Look at this. What will I do with this fabric? Okay, now this isn't going to be torn up into little pieces because, oh my word, I could make a whole book out of this. This is beautiful. This, now something like this I'd have to use on like a book cover. There's George and Martha. But look at it, it's like here, and a young lady with a dog. Oh, these are gorgeous. My goodness, Barbara, Barbara, Barbara. You know what? There's a tag written on here. It says 99 cents. This had to have been 99 cents many moons ago. You couldn't get that for 99 cents. Here's the same fabric. This is the same fabric. But this one is in, these are like grays and blues. And look at this one is in the browns and tans, earth tones. But it's the same fabric. It's the same print. Yep, there's, look how I can pull. Look at all these threads I got pulled off the side. I love my threads too. I got a pile of threads over here. See my threads right there? This is just what I've, oops, that don't belong in there. But I throw my threads over there in a pile. This is beautiful. It's the same print, but a different color. Oh yeah, you all tell me what I need to do with this. I'm thinking, oh my God, somehow where this will show. So I don't know. It has to show. I'm not tearing that one out into pieces. And then we have red. Red, red, red. Solid color red. And then this is another red, a different kind of fabric. Another shade of red. This is a different, this is a different fabric. I like that. Now look at this. I pulled these out together. Look at how these two pieces would go. Could you just imagine if you just made a 9 square, a 9 patch quilt piece with this one? And this one's got turtles and mushrooms like that other one. But look at, and this is a big piece. There's enough in here to put in my packs that I can put, you know, a small piece, maybe a 10 by 10, but then that will also give me plenty to, yeah, on the packs I should put a 10 by 10 of red and a 10 by 10 of the frogs, and they would be fun for other people to make things out of too. How beautiful is that? And, oh my God, look at this purple velvet. I have a little problem with velvet. This was $2.99 at one time. Oh, it's real silky inside. I don't know why. I love velvet. I really love velvet. But for some reason, wait, let me touch this. Oh, actually, this is not giving me problem. Usually velvet gives me the heebie-jeebies. Do you ever get heebie-jeebies? Look it up. This isn't giving me the heebie-jeebies. Maybe I'm over that. Look how much. Okay, I will put a little bit of this in the packages too, because what fun things you would be able to do with this in your slow stitching things. Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't give me the heebie-jeebies. And here, this is like a heavy duck cloth, or that's heavy. It's almost like a lightweight canvas, in fact. And that's pretty blue. And also the solid colors are great for starting a patch. Like cut your patch out of a solid color, and this one being heavy really makes it good, and then start adding patches, adding your things to it, but you don't have to cover it all up. Let the blue, let the solid color show through. This is great. This is like Christmas. Oh my gosh. And look at this. This is, that's a pretty color, and there's quite a bit of that too. It's so soft. And then this, look at this. Oh, Says so. Yeah. That's pretty. That almost looks like a vintage wallpaper. That's pretty. Very pretty. Ooh, I get to iron stuff. I love ironing. Now look at this. This is a print, but it almost looks like it's a like a cross stitch. Look at that, how pretty that is. Now I would guess this one to be vintage as well. That's pretty. That's very pretty. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Barbara. I love that color. Oh, here we go back in time again. Oh my gosh. This is a giant piece. This is a big giant piece. Look how pretty. And look again, it's got all those vintage looking images on it. Look at there, see? The little girl riding her bike, riding her tricycle. She's got her kitty in the basket. Oh my gosh. This is a lot of fabric right here. This is a lot of fabric. So some of this will be in the kits. Now, let's reach down here. I'm reaching. Look at that. That's bright. Hi, my little bit. Look at that. That's pretty, and that's a big piece. That's big. That's big and beautiful. Oh, I gotta pause just a minute. Okay, so anyway, look at this. And this, there's at least a couple, probably 3 yards here. But look how bright and cheerful that is. With the blue, that blue, it's like a royal blue, and all the yellow and red flowers. Or maybe that's orange, I don't know. And look at these flowers. See? Look at them flowers. See, this is what I mean by slow stitching. You can cut out one of these flowers like this and slow stitch. Well, you know, you can put 2 or 3 and slow stitch it on that green, you know, and you'd have a flower garden. And look at this. Oh, look at this one. Look at that. Those flowers are gorgeous. And look how bright pink that is. It's like a fluorescent pink. That's beautiful. And I love fluorescent colors. I love just shine on me, flowers. I love them. Look, it's got like little ladybugs here. Oh, I love pulling these strings. I just love pulling them strings. See that? Got me a whole quart jar full of them strings. These are pretty. This is a lot of fabric too. Oh, and then this one, more flowers. I love them. I love them. I love them. Gingham, gingham, gingham. Love it. Give it. Well, you know what? I don't think there's any fabric that I don't love. Oh, look at this. This is nice. You know what this makes me think of is, what are the chambray? You know the chambray shirts? This looks like that chambray stuff. Wonder if there's not a selvage that tells me what this is. But that, you know, chambray shirts used to be real popular. This almost looks like that. I might be dead wrong. I don't know. I don't get everything right in my life. Oh my gosh, Barbara. Now here again. Ah, look. Look at that. See the little boy and the little girl, they're at the soda shop and they're sharing a malt. They're at the malt shop, and look, there's a little teenage girl. She's sitting there talking on the telephone. Got her kitty cat with her, and this is a lot of fabric. Oh my word. This is beautiful. Pulling my strings. Get me some strings. Don't be looking down at my mess down there. Just look at the fabric. Okay. Oh my word. I have got a hoarder house. This stuff, it's Merry Christmas to me. Merry Christmas to me. Look at this. This is pretty with the poinsettias. Christmassy fabric. Look at these threads. I love them. Okay, let me put them over there. That's pretty. Tulips. Well, maybe they're not tulips. I don't know what they are. They're flowers, though. See? Tiptoe through the tulips. Ooh. Ooh, look how wrinkled this is. I get to iron it. I love ironing. How come I love ironing? I don't know. But this is pretty, too. That's pretty. 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 Ooh, this is like the sky. See? That green that we saw earlier for the grass. Look at this for the sky. I'm going to love using this for sky. Because look, that's definitely the sky. That's beautiful. That's definitely the sky. Here's a light blue little piece, but it's still sky. Oh, this is the same as that one that was earlier. That's pretty. Little bitty blue roses. Get out. Barbara, I love this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at there. And then look at the little girl with her umbrella. I almost said umbrasol because that's what Papa says. I need an umbrasol. It's raining. Look at that. These are gorgeous fabrics. There it says reindeer. Oh, this is all about raining because all of them are it's got umbrellas and it's got the, oh, this one's even got the wind, the raindrops. Oh, so pretty. More gingham, yay, more gingham. And then this one, more little flowers. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me there's nothing to do. Okay, anyway, look at there. This fabric came from the soda shop. This, I think most all of these fabrics are like a vintage. All of the prints on them are so vintagey and so beautiful. I'm going to be working on these, cutting these apart. I'm making sure, because if I put a 10 by 10, because my kits that I put together have 20 10 by 10 squares in them, and then about 75 different size squares or more. And yeah, about 75 smaller ones, but there's 20 10 by 10s, and these ones, I got plenty in here that I can add. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. This is exciting right here because this is t-shirt fabric, what I call t-shirt fabric. Oh my gosh. This has got snails and mushrooms. I love this stuff. For one thing, you can make ribbon out of this because it doesn't fray. You can also cut this in strips and make t-shirt yarn. So I think I may use some of it for t-shirt yarn because there's a lot here. Whoa, I have never had, I've been making t-shirt yarn but only out of t-shirts. This is the actual fabric. Oh, it's so pretty, the color. The only thing about making t-shirt yarn though is that when you pull it, it curls inward and you don't see the image, although you can pretty much see the colors still on the outside. But I'm making a rug right now using just old t-shirts, and I cut them apart. And oh, you know what though? I bet I could even, I wonder if I could use this for making face masks, because I am a face mask wearer. Oh, I love that. And here's some more flowers, little dainty flowers, and this is quite a large piece. This is a thin fabric. This is thin. It's very pretty. It's very dainty. Very dainty. And Barbara, you're an angel. And there's some peach colored. I really didn't have a lot of solid colors. This is not denim, but it kind of, the color almost looks like denim. And you know what? Back in the day, I was once a teenager. Now I'm a queenager, but you know, teenager, queenager, whatever, just a few years difference. But I had a pair of bell-bottom pants, and they had a ruffle. They had a ruffle on the bottom, and I swear this fabric looks like what was on the ruffle. And then I had a blouse that matched it. The bell-bottom pants were hip huggers, and then the top was like a button-down little shirt. I just seen a message pop up. I have to reply to that. And anyway, and the top matched the ruffle at the bottom of my bell-bottom pants. No, not right now. I'll call you back, dear. That's pretty, though. I love this. Ooh, look at that. Almost looks like a houndstooth. It's not a houndstooth. Well, it might be. That's pretty. Pretty. Oh, my gosh. Pretty. Very pretty. Okay. So anyway, I want to thank you so much, Barbara, and I thank you, Diane, for these beautiful gifts that you have sent. And everything will be put to good use. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Excuse my nose. I'm still waiting. I had to switch. It'll get taken care of, but it's just taken time. And so I'm going to read from You Are Stronger Than You Know. Words of hope and encouragement for someone living with a chronic illness. And so I'm going to read from this book today. And then I've got something else I want to start doing too. Doing for myself mostly, but I want to just share it because other people may want to do the same thing. But let's see. Try and open a page here that doesn't look like. Okay, here. I'm going to write this one here is make yourself a priority. At any given moment, on any given day, you are needed to talk, to drive, to sing, to dance, to laugh, to listen, to help, to walk, to do something. You say you'll make time for yourself when things slow down, but things will never slow down unless you allow them to. There will always be that something waving in the background, relentlessly trying to get your attention, and it's up to you to turn back. Shut your eyes, walk in the opposite direction of that something that just refuses to give you a break. Take the time you deserve to check in with yourself and see what you need for a change. Be completely and utterly selfish. Do not let guilt creep into your sacred place. No, it's not easy. which is why you have to commit to making a conscious effort to concentrate solely on yourself and your needs. Say no. Turn off the phone, lock your door to the world, do whatever it takes to make yourself the ultimate priority. And that was written by L. Mastro. This goes along with what I want to share with you now. This really does go right along with what I want to share with you. I just got a deck of cards. Let me see here if I can get my book. Not my tripod sitting on my book. There we go. Okay. This is a journal I just started. I was sent, Judy has sent me like 4 of these journals like this. And I've got, each one I think I'm using all 4 of them already, but they got different subjects. This one is the self-love. This deck of cards is all about self-love. And there was a time in my life when I didn't know anything about self-love. I thought self-love, loving yourself, was selfish or prideful or something. And so I would never say that I loved myself. But this deck of cards, and what I'm doing is I am choosing 1 card a day. I'm just picking a card each day. I'll pull one out. I just got the cards, so I've only, let me see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've only done 4 cards, but these, I'm using these for my journaling. Now this one here, let me see, what I've wrote so far is, the first card I picked was, what is your absolute relationship deal breaker and what happens if someone does it? Well, at this point of my life, I'm almost 72 years old, you know, I thought, oh, a relationship deal breaker? Well, you know, you don't have to write about it, but just think about it. What would be? And you think about, so in mine, I wrote in the past. And so, and I answered that question is in my past. Then I had one that was, is it possible to love yourself more? And if so, why aren't you? And so I answered that one. And then, what are 5 dating standards you hold yourself to in relationships? I started out, well, at age almost 72, I do not even think about dating. Then I got to thinking, you know, I still wrote down what I have learned, because I did not have dating standards when I was very young. The only standard I had for dating was to find somebody that I could marry so I could get out from under the thumb of my mother. My mother and I did not really see eye to eye. And that's what I wanted to do. That was my only dating standard. I didn't think about myself at all. I just thought, okay, if I marry somebody, I'll get my own house, my own white picket fence, and it didn't work out that way. My first marriage lasted a year. It was horrible. And so that's when I had to start learning about these dating standards. But when I started writing in here, what did it say? What are 5 dating standards? And so far I've got 15. I've learned over the years, 15 different standards. And so that's just where I'm starting at now. Now I just pulled this card. I didn't look to pick one that I wanted to write. I'm just pulling one, and that's what I'm going to write about. So today I'm going to write about, it says, find your foundation. What foundational principles do you stand on that keep you grounded if things around you ever fall? What foundational principles do you stand on that keep you grounded if things around you fall? Now, see, I'll think about that. I'm going to put that in my book. I'm going to put this card in my book on this next page that I'm going to write on. And that is, I'm going to write about that. I'm going to think about it a little bit. But what I'm thinking, too, about this book is years on down the road when I'm just ashes again, maybe somebody will pick up this book and maybe somebody will read and learn from it. Maybe one of my grandchildren, great-grandchildren, somebody might read this and learn from it from my experiences, because I'm putting in some of my experiences in here, because I think about this, the question, and then I'll write about it. But it's called the self-love deck, and there's different decks in this tonight's conversation thing, but I chose to order the self-love deck because that's one thing that I had to learn to do. I never felt good enough. I can't say I never. Growing up, I never felt good enough. But I've also learned what we have to do, even for our children, our grandchildren, our nieces, our nephews, our great-grandchildren, what we have to do is constantly let them know how wonderful they are, and how proud you are of them, and how much you love them, and how lucky you are to have them in your life, and what a blessing they are. Because when you do that for a child, you are building that child's self-esteem and that child's confidence and that child's self-love. And not, because I really thought at one time, no, you don't love yourself. That's selfish, and that's prideful, and that's wrong, and that's not true. So I just wanted to tell you about that. And as I read at each one of my videos, I'm also going to read one of my cards from the deck. And you all might want to just jot it down yourself. And you might want to start a little journal as well about self-love, and maybe that journal can be passed down. So I thank you, Judy, for these books you sent me, because I think you sent me 4, and they're all in use, I have to say. And so, well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you all for staying with me for this. Oh, it's almost an hour. I am going to get this nose taken care of, and because I know that looks so ugly. But I got an appointment on the 13th with a new dermatologist, and hopefully that one will be able to take care of it. But so on the 13th, we'll see what happens. So, and I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, because He will. God will keep you safe, keep you happy, keep you healthy. Don't expect perfection, because nobody promised us perfection, but bring you back to the next video, and I look forward to seeing you then. God bless and keep you all. Love you guys.